Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ian, aka the Monster from Hell here, and I'm just here to entertain you guys, to give you a new video. Um, I'm here to talk to you today about the newest cartoon from Marvel, the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon. Now, I really like this show, and that may be a problem simply because I really like it. Now, what I mean by this is that Marvel has a bad habit of making shows that I really enjoy, but pulling the plug on them and canceling them forever. This happened with Wolverine and the X-Men. Great show. They canceled it. Spectacular Spider-Man. Amazing show. They canceled it. Spider-Man, the new animated series. It had a funky art style, but it was pretty interesting. They canceled it. Spider-Man Unlimited. Again, an interesting concept. They canceled it. Do you see what I'm getting at here? And I really love this show, this new show of theirs, but I just kind of have a bit of a cynical outlook on it because I'm just praying that it doesn't get canceled because I really want to see Marvel create some kind of new animated, shared animated universe for themselves. You know, kind of like what DC did with Batman, the animated series, Superman, the animated series, and then they went into Justice League and Batman Beyond, and that all those shows kind of shared the same world and universe together. That's what I'm kind of hoping to see with Marvel. It would be really cool if Marvel created some kind of brand new continuity with some new shows of theirs. Probably not maybe do the same continuity as the shows I just mentioned, such as Spectacular Spider-Man, Wolverine, the X-Men, that kind of stuff. But enough of me rambling on about all that stuff. Let's talk about the show itself. I really, like I said before, I really like it. I think the main roster of characters that they got is phenomenal. They got Black Panther, Wasp, Thor, Ant-Man, of course Iron Man, Captain America, and Hulk. And from what I can see here, Hawkeye. Hopefully that roster will be complete by the end of the second season. They still got that. There's a two-part episode called I can't remember what it's called, but it's going to involve the Hulk coming back to the team. Hopefully, maybe Hawkeye will come back with him because in one of the micro episodes we saw Hawkeye gets framed for working with Hydra, and conveniently he gets framed at the Cube, which at the end of the very last episode we see what looks like a break-in by the Hulk at that Cube place. So I'm really interested to see what the next couple of episodes has in store for that. This is definitely a really good superhero cartoon. It's definitely the best Avengers show yet, which I don't have much to compare this to, but with that Avengers United We Stand show, which was kind of meh, I wasn't really feeling it all that much. But this is really good. It has really good characterization. The voice acting is pretty good. The guy who's doing Iron Man's voice, I'm not too crazy about his voice, but it's tolerable. And boy, the characterization, the personalities for each character, they got down pat. They got Captain America as a really patriotic and very noble and righteous character. Iron Man is a really sort of bullshitty tycoon, businessman type of character. Or Hank Pym is an obsessive, is really short attention span type of scientist character. Um, like Black Panther. Black Panther is very overly cautious, but and very observant of everybody else. You know what I mean. They got all the characters down that pat perfectly, and I love it. The last episode they showed with Black Panther conquering and actually taking over Wakanda is really, really well done. This is a very well written show. I think this is definitely to Avengers what Spectacular Spider-Man was to Spider-Man. It's a show that has like all the supporting characters and all the main supervillains, and using them in a way that's really cool and really unique. I love it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else what else this show has to show. I'm wondering, we've already seen Ultron, well, as a regular drone, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing Ultron as a villain. I would also like to see Vision. I think like you can't have the Avengers without Vision. Hopefully they'll introduce him in the second season of the show. One thing I didn't exactly like was how the one thing I didn't like was how damn it, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I didn't really like how for uh, for the first couple of episodes they just compiled all the micro episodes into a single episode. I understand why they did that, but at the same time I'm not all that crazy about it. But I understand why Marvel did it. I understand the reason. But hey, for all the people at home with no computers, it's a good way to see all the origins for all these characters. So I guess I can't really complain. But still, the show still has a lot left to show, but I am all the more excited to see it. I really love the direction Marvel has taken with this show, and this is probably the one series that has actually got me into watching TV again, because I'm actually tuning in every Wednesday at 7:30 to actually see this show come on. So it's great stuff. I'm really enjoying it. It's actually inspiring me to pick up some more Avengers comics and pick up some of those Marvel Masterworks books. So in case you haven't gotten the point by now, watch this show. It's great. Watch it on YouTube. And before I go here, I actually want to ask a question here. I know later on in the Avengers comics, they actually introduce X-Men characters like Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch. And they also make the new Avengers, which is comprised of various other Marvel heroes. So my question to you guys is, how do you think they're going to bring about bringing other Marvel characters into this show? I mean, they already introduced one superhero, which is Wonder Man, who, goes on to star in, make up his own superhero team and whatnot, eventually becomes a member of the Avengers. I'm just curious as to how they're going to do that. Are they going to make other shows? Because I know there's that Ultimate Spider-Man show which is coming out, which I'm really curious about. I want to hear you guys' opinions on that. How they're going to introduce other Marvel characters to put them in the show. Anyways, that's all that I have time for. So see you later, guys.